am gonna be talking to you a little about COVID and how it has changed a lot of things, and just overall how I deal with it, especially as it relates to the kids. So today I don't have my 2Js, but I'm more so talking about them. All right, so first of all, COVID caught everybody off guard. Like, this was not foreseen by regular persons, you know. When this happened though, when COVID happened, basically everything changed. Everything changed because it came with a lot of things that we didn't know before, like a whole lot of stuff related to just living in general, right? In terms of the kids and the school, I have to talk about that, like, first and foremost, because I think that has been, because they're young, because the children are young, that has been very, very impactful, because they basically have to just change everything. And though it's somewhat challenging for us as parents, it's very much so challenging for them, because it's like things just started to just happen out of the blue, and they had no choice but just to adjust. And then we know how people are in general about change, right? Anyway, for me though, personally, school with them. Now, what I try to do is to operate as similar to how I would operate with them before COVID, right? Because initially, when COVID started to happen, they automatically thought it was a holiday. So persons wanted to sleep late, and persons didn't want to log on to anything to go to class, because they're home. They think that, hey, it's holiday. Anyway, that in no time had to be erased from their psyche, because that was definitely a no-no. So as time went by, they got used to that norm of waking up in the mornings as if they're still going to school, preparing for school. So they get up in the mornings and prepare their breakfast like how we normally do, right? I wake them up and they'd have the breakfast, the shower, they prepare, hair, comb, everything. And the only thing that's different now is that they don't put on uniform, but I mean, they put on the school shirt, you know, the PE shirt, you know, looking quite good and everything, because, hey, your camera needs to be on. I don't understand too how you can be in a meeting, a classroom setting, and nobody is seeing you, you know. It's so impersonal. It's like you're absent, you know. So that they have, you know, gotten used to. And yeah, they do the Zoom meeting. But I think with that though is that initially when that happened, they needed me so much, boy, for persons who have to go to work and leave home and leave the kids. Some of them, you know, having some demanding jobs, so they definitely have to be in, you know, not working from home. It don't require you to work from home. You have to travel to work, and the kids are home and they need you. Boy, I understand your pain, because I cannot imagine if I was not flexible enough to be at home with my kids in this time. Because guess what, you know, all my years, my kids have never needed me the way they need me now. And this is a serious thing, because even for persons who have a number of children, I have two, and let me tell you something, the demand that my two place on me is like they were 6. You understand? So because guess what? They're in class at the same time, right? First of all, before they had the phones, yes. I mean, Mark would never used to use it like that, but they have the phones, and there was always a laptop. But when COVID came in, I had to get another laptop because I knew that it would have been difficult for them to be in the classroom setting and access the work and everything from the phone, you know, because it's very small and that would be a challenge. So right there and then, I needed to get another computer. Now, I can't imagine the people that will have 6 children and the whole of them got a class at 8 o'clock in the morning. How does that work? There was a time when the computer started to give a whole lot of issues, right? And I had to go and get it fixed. And here, there was chaos. There was literally war. There was literally fights. There was chaos. There was literally fighting in the house for who to get the computer. And of course, the baby always wins because she's a little bully. As small as she be, she's a little bully. She can't help herself, right? So, I mean, thank God too that, you know, some persons will still maintain their jobs because COVID has proven to be very, very expensive. Like, you spend on things where you never dreamed that you would have been buying. Like, COVID season came in and came with a lot of things that nobody anticipated. Absolutely nobody anticipated, right? So I can't even imagine some people who don't have an income right now. Hats off and congratulations to the person who can work from home, persons who can create them jobs where, you know, they can do something from home and still have an income because COVID. Not to mention food. Oh my God. I never know say. I mean, I always feed my children, even a food, right? But I never ever know say food could be this expensive. You just never know. Like, food is really, really, really very expensive. Anyway, so food now is the biggest bill ever, because it's like some new set of worm developed in them system. All who never used to eat, because my daughter never used to eat and now she eating like a horse. Since COVID, oh God, all kind of development. I mean, she has grown, you know, everything can't fit. So guess what? New clothes, new shoes, food round the clock. Always the nights when I'm in my bed. At some wee hours of the morning when I'm in my bed, they're in the kitchen frying up stuff. I'm not talking about regular mixing and do something here and there, cereal or whatever. No, they want food that come off the fire. You understand? So that is how much of a demand they have, right? And right now, it don't even make any sense to go the route of doing things, you know, getting snacks. I mean, yes, snacks work, but you have to eat snacks every minute in order for it to be good. So, if your kids are like mine, they want the food for your cook. And guess what? When they eat one time, they don't want the same thing to eat again. When they have had that once, they don't want to eat it again. So you constantly have to make them eat. Now, me personally, never cook so much in my life. The rain is pouring and I hope it doesn't affect the audio, but the rain is pouring. I'm heading to St. Anne, and I mean, it's a beautiful, I don't know, I have a thing about rain. I say this all the time, I love the rain, but this rain came out of nowhere. Like, it was nice and sunny. This rain came out of nowhere. It was nice and sunny. Back in St. Catherine and Kingston. And now it's pouring rain and almost bordering St. Anne. And it's pouring rain. I hope you can hear me. Anyway, so yeah, so that's the major thing for me. Food And I've spoken to a lot of parents, and that basically is their main concern. Food right now is just a matter of survival. So for some things that people normally do, like I normally would do my hair every now and again. Thank God I can help myself, but that right now is luxury. You know, that right now is luxury. That can't stay. I just want my hair to be clean and clean, and I'm good, right? So it's more of securing food, the foods that they eat. That's it, because for me, I'll just eat absolutely anything. That's it. I'm not very when it comes to food, but that's the biggest thing right now. And I must talk about internet service though, because I've learned that since COVID, I've learned that it's not every area in Jamaica that internet service exists. Isn't that sad? I mean, we have two major companies and they can't reach the little areas in Jamaica. Well, I hear that's the reality. So I don't know. I hear because I'm in a parent group with both schools, both my kids' schools, and that's the popular thing. The internet not working, the internet not staying up. They have to change the internet provider, and even after doing that, they're still having issues like in 2020. But anyway, it's sad. It's so sad, and I hope some form of allowance is made for persons like that, because there are children right now that are very disadvantaged, very disadvantaged because of the whole internet thing. And then separate from that, there are some parents who genuinely cannot afford the smart gadgets. The child didn't have a phone from the get-go, right? Though phone is not the ideal thing, but the child didn't have a phone, right? And now the child needs something needs a gadget in order to be in class, and it's not available. I mean, so much more needs to be done. I see persons sending around all kind of emails talking about gadgets becoming available, and I really hope it's not a facade. I really hope it's a real thing for persons who are genuinely in need, because you know how that is. People will benefit from these things and they don't have a genuine case. So yeah, I hope that will be sorted out for some of them, and for those kind of children too, I hope that they find some other way. You know, just read. You can't go wrong. Just read. That I mean, you may not be in a physical classroom, but find out. Even your friend, you know, I know where it's a new year basically, and it's very new classes, but normally you would be in class with somebody, at least one person that you already know. You know, try and be as creative as possible, where you can at least get to find out. Thank you. Right, so you can at least find out, you know, what's happening. If you can't even go to somebody's house, I know nobody wants to go to anybody's house, no, but sometimes, alright, because you are at an inconvenience or at a disadvantage, try and do that, you know, talk to somebody, see if you can get to go to that person's house while class is being held, and practice the social distance and everything as much as you can and get the work done. I know it's tricky and it's tough, but sometimes we have to do what we have to do until we can get to do what we truly want, you know. So that's my just try to be parents, just try to be the best parent that you can for your children. Support them as much as they can. As much as how things may get stressful for us, things get really stressful for them too. They may express themselves differently, but it's stressful for everybody right now. It's just that you have to learn how to cope, right? For me, oh God, I turn every moment into fun. Even when they're in their Zoom classes and I'm right there in the background, I am there and I'm being supportive, and at the same time it's fun, so that they're willing to learn, they're curious, and they're ready, you know, because guess what? It's not boring. I've seen people in the Zoom classes sleeping. It happens, like a whole lot of things that happen in those Zoom classes. So somebody may say, you know, boring and I'm not with boredom or whatever, but they're children and they get bored easily. Even when they're in class, they get bored easily. So just see the picture, they being at home with so many other distractions, right? Who are trying to comb them here, who eat at the same time while they're in class, and who doing all of the things, running to the bathroom as if they were in class, they wouldn't be getting permission and all of that. Like, it can be boring, and that's one of the reasons too why children tend to move away from these forums, because it's boring. So every minute them look to use the bathroom and stuff. So I mean, in your own way, you know your children, you know what works for them. You know, just try and do things in your own way. Just try and do things that works for them. You know, the road is so bad. I'm sorry guys, sometimes it gets dark because the road is so bad and the gadget is shifting. But yeah, you get the gist of what I'm saying. Just do your best for your children, and basically we're all in this together. However, you know, you can assist somebody do that. I can't implore that enough, because guess what? There are persons out there who really need help, and in the least ways you can help. In the least ways. I mean, I know I was wrapping up, but just to say that, show you a simple way how you can help. So I was in a Zoom meeting 2 days ago or so, 2 days ago, and I saw in the WhatsApp group a parent was saying, boy, they can't connect because they actually switched from Zoom and we were going into Google, right? Google Meet, Google Classroom. And there were messages constantly coming in WhatsApp. This parent clearly was having an issue where she's not able to come over. And I left my daughter in her Google class, and I responded to her right there in the message, and I said to her, you know, I'm gonna call you, you know, and walk you through. And something like that was done in minutes, and her daughter was able to get onto the Google Meet classroom, and you know, she was good. So the simplest things that you can do, you never know. Like, people genuinely need assistance. Some people just don't know nothing about computer. People are learning now, and guess what? We're all learning together, because I don't know everything, but thank God for all me stay me fast and me inquisitive. So I will always try to learn and learn on my own. But guess what? Not a lot of people can do that. So guys, we're all in this together. Don't forget that. Be your brother's keeper, right? Help each other the way that you can, and let us just love upon each other right now.